Hi, my name is Justin Orndorff, founder of DVS Baseball, and I'm going to give you an overview of pitching mechanics. And this is not going to be a step-by-step guide or how to execute the picture-perfect pitching mechanics, but more so of how pitching mechanics evolve, how we end up throwing a baseball the way that we do. And so if you think about it, when you grew up, you first started learning to game, you may have gone out into the backyard with dad, your brother, whoever it may be, but by the time that you first started picking up the baseball, those external factors, those environmental factors, played a role on how you naturally started to do what you did in terms of throwing the baseball. Now, a lot of us are hardwired, and our genetics make up the way that our body has to move in space and allows us the freedom to throw the baseball. But by and large, some of the specific mechanical or the movement patterns that just go into throwing a baseball, a lot of them are formed by our teammates, our parents, our coaches as we start growing up. Because one thing that we do know at DVS is that the mechanics that we see on TV by the best in the world aren't significantly greater on average than our amateur or our youth players. The players that we see on TV or in the big leagues are just bigger, faster, stronger, more talented, and have that DNA and that capacity to throw the baseball at a very high level. But in terms of overall movement patterns or the pitching mechanics, throwing mechanics that you currently go through, there's not a huge gap between the average amateur player and the average big league pitcher. So what do we do, and how do we know if our current pitching mechanics are efficient, powerful, healthy? What are they supposed to be? And so that's where we've spent a vast majority of our research, our time, and our efforts at DVS Baseball to build out what we refer to as the delivery value system, so every pitcher can understand the current level of functionality of their pitching mechanics, okay? So it's kind of hard because you would think, well, there's no one way to throw a baseball, right? I'm sure you've heard everyone's uniquely different, everyone's pitch and delivery is somewhat different in some capacity, and a lot of that is very true. And again, it goes back to how our bodies are built, the bones, the levers, the length, the size, the speed, the acceleration, they all make up how we look and how we transfer through these various movements. But what we do know is this, is that if I pick up a ball and I go to move and throw that baseball, there are movement patterns that are better than other movement patterns. And yes, there are tons of ways to get in and out of movements, okay? But if your movement patterns are yielding what we refer to as a higher DVS score, that's only going to allow you down the road to be able to be more successful in the game that you've chosen to do, or the skill that you've chosen to do, which is pitch a baseball, okay? And so if you're wondering, how do my pitching mechanics stack up? Well, that's where we can give you the objective viewpoint of where they are currently. And then if you get that result and you want to know how to improve it, or let's say I'm a 12 DVS score and I want to go to a 17. What does that mean? Not only in terms of statistics, but what does that mean in terms of the level of improvement and enhancement that I could do from just understanding my current level of pitching mechanics? So if you're curious as, one, how your pitching mechanics may have evolved, where they are now, and how they either are helping you or hurting you in your overall level of performance, we can help. And we can help give you answers, and then once you get the answers, then we can help build solutions to help you work towards a level of pitching mechanics that are going to help you in a game to have success long term. So this is Justin Orndorff, and we've gone through kind of this pitching mechanics 101 or overview of pitching mechanics, which is by and large, we all are uniquely different of how we move in to throw a baseball, but there is one commonality, that there are statistically proven ways to move better into the throw, which can yield higher levels of success long term. Thank you.